Arthur's solitary house stands silhouetted, a dark, lonely sentinel against the deep blue canvas of the night sky. Thick, swirling fog, like a ghostly shroud, silently embraces the entire landscape, muffling every sound. A single dim light spills from one window, a solitary beacon in the oppressive darkness, hinting at life within. The air itself feels heavy, charged with an overwhelming and palpable sense of profound isolation. In a dimly lit living room, Arthur, a man with tired eyes, is engrossed in an old, yellowed book. The profound silence of the room is broken only by the soft, rhythmic turning of each page, his face etched with a quiet intensity. Arthur's gaze remains fixed on the ancient text. In the corner, a grandfather clock ticks with an exaggerated, almost threatening rhythm. The amplified ticking underscores the unsettling quiet, deepening the room's mysterious aura. In the dead of night, a sudden, sharp knock echoes from Arthur's front door, shattering the profound silence. Arthur freezes, his eyes wide with alarm, as his book clatters to the floor, the sound impossibly loud. The insistent knocking cuts through the night like a cold, sharp knife, each thud a jolt to his nerves. He glances at the clock, its hands precisely at midnight, adding a chilling layer to the unexpected intrusion. Arthur stands motionless, the chilling sound of the knock still vibrating in the air, his heart pounding. In a dimly lit hallway, Arthur approaches a heavy oak door, his shallow breaths filling the tense silence. His hand trembles visibly as he reaches for the cold, unyielding brass doorknob. Beyond the door's glass panels, thick fog presses in, a swirling, impenetrable veil that obscures all sight. He hesitates, a moment stretching into an eternity, the weight of the unknown heavy upon him. With a slow, agonizing creak, he opens the door a crack, revealing the inky, terrifying darkness beyond. A sliver of light pierces the void, hinting at the abyss that awaits him on the other side. A thick, swirling fog unnaturally coalesces in Arthur's hallway, an ominous prelude to an unknown presence. The collector emerges from the swirling mists, a cloaked and hooded figure, their face lost in impenetrable shadow. A profound, unsettling presence emanates from the collector, chilling the very air in the hallway. No greeting, no sound escapes the collector. Only a silent, void-like intensity fills the space. Arthur instinctively recoils, a wave of primal unease washing over him as he confronts the silent, shrouded figure. The collector stands motionless, a dark enigma, their obscured form a terrifying void in the dim light. In the ominous quiet of Arthur's living room, the collector glides in, a phantom in human form. Arthur watches, his heart hammering against his ribs, a drumbeat of terror. The collector's gaze sweeps the room with unnerving stillness, a predator surveying its domain. The air thickens with an icy chill, seeping into every corner. A faint, metallic scent, sharp and unsettling, hangs heavy in the air. Arthur's breath hitches, trapped in a moment of chilling suspense. The collector, a dark silhouette, pauses before a framed photograph. They form a chilling mystery against the dim light. The photograph captures a young Arthur, his face beaming with a gap-toothed grin, a ghost from a simpler time. A low, resonant voice, deep and suspenseful, emanates from within the collector's hood, a chilling intrusion. Arthur's eyes, wide with disbelief and fear, fix on the enigmatic figure, his world collapsing around him. The collector's voice, a chilling whisper, speaks. "A memory from your 7th summer, Arthur." The voice continues, each word a hammer blow. "The day you lost your first tooth," Arthur stammers, eyes wide with terror and confusion, demanding answers from the collector. His voice trembles, desperate to understand how this stranger knows such intimate details of his life. The collector, eerily calm, gestures with a slender hand towards a dusty, forgotten journal on a high shelf. Its cracked leather cover and humming pages seem to whisper unspoken secrets of Arthur's life. Arthur reaches for the journal, his fingers phasing through it like a ghost, a chilling illusion. His eyes widen in stark disbelief as he stares at his own hand, then back at the spectral journal. A profound confusion warps his features, a question of reality etched upon his face. The ancient grandfather clock behind him begins to whir, its hands spinning erratically in a dizzying blur. With a jarring click, the hands halt, dislocated and nonsensical, mocking the passage of time. Arthur glances at the collector, his expression a mixture of confusion and disbelief. In Arthur's living room, shadows writhe and dance, stretching and shrinking as if alive, independent of any light source. On the wall, a painting's figures subtly shift, their painted eyes seeming to follow my every move with an unnerving gaze. A dizzying sense of vertigo washes over me, the familiar room dissolving into a chaotic blur around me. The world itself loses all coherence, twisting and warping, a terrifying void where reality once stood. The collector looms, their presence a suffocating weight in Arthur's living room. A chilling whisper. Time is merely a construct here, a plaything, echoes from every corner. Arthur clutches his head, his face a mask of agony, battling the impossible distortions. The multi-directional voice disorients him, twisting reality into a nightmare. He struggles to comprehend the impossible, trapped in a torment of sound and twisted perception. In Arthur's living room, a desperate urgency grips him as he tries to lunge towards the door, his movements unnaturally slow. His limbs feel impossibly heavy, as if submerged in a thick, unseen liquid. Each effort a struggle against an invisible force. The collector watches him, utterly still, their gaze an unreadable enigma, hinting at depths of ancient power. An ancient, unsettling calm emanates from the collector, a stark contrast to Arthur's frantic, yet futile, struggle. Arthur's face contorts with effort and despair, trapped in a slow-motion nightmare, unable to escape the collector's silent vigil. The air crackles with unspoken tension, Arthur's desperate attempt at escape met only by the collector's chilling, timeless presence. The collector's long, slender finger points with chilling precision to a nearly invisible scar on Arthur's wrist. Arthur's eyes fall to the small mark, and a long-buried memory surfaces with agonizing clarity. The collector's voice cuts through the silence. The day you truly understood loneliness. A small price for clarity, the collector finishes, their words echoing with sinister weight. The fading twilight outside Arthur's window casts a pale, gray light into the room, replacing the deep blue of dusk. Arthur's eyes, filled with an unreadable emotion, slowly drift towards the imposing grandfather clock. The clock stands silent, its face an unsettling blank void where hands once marked the relentless march of time. A stark absence of time, a featureless circle, stares back at Arthur, mocking the passage of moments. The grandfather clock, a silent sentinel, now holds no hands, a chilling symbol of time's mysterious halt. In Arthur's living room, the collector's form begins to blur, its edges softening into an ethereal haze. A single hesitant step backward, then another, as the collector recedes into the room's deepening shadows. The metallic scent, once sharp and pervasive, intensifies for a fleeting moment. Then, as if swallowed by the darkness itself, the collector dissolves completely from view. The metallic scent, the last vestige of their presence, dissipates entirely, leaving only an eerie stillness. The first rays of dawn pierce through the window, illuminating dust motes dancing in the eerily clear and empty room. Arthur stands alone, a solitary figure shivering from an unseen cold, the discarded book lying still on the floor. The grandfather clock, now ticking regularly, shows 5 a.m., a stark contrast to its ominous stillness before. He touches his wrist, fingers tracing a raised scar, as a profound, chilling uncertainty washes over him.